The weather today is still abysmal, like it was in my last vlog, like it has been for the past week or so, and it will continue to be this abysmal, I think, for another 4 or 5 days apparently. I'm very much over it. However, today I plan on getting my nails done. So this is how my nails is currently looking like. These are like my natural nails. I do SNS, which is basically dip dye. You know when you go to the nail shop and they literally dip your nail into the color. So yeah, approximately SNS nails like tends to last me for about 4 weeks. I've got this done about 4 weeks ago. My nails is also grown out. I can't lie, I'm not a fan of long nails, solely because I do a lot of things. Don't know why I'm laughing, but yeah, I do lots of things. For example, like cooking and other stuff, and I don't have time for things to be going up my nails all the time. Also, I find with long nails, like look at that. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but with long nails, when you're doing your makeup, you know, that's like easily foundation that's just been caught up in there, and I just find it really gross. So I like to keep my nails nice, short and sweet. My appointment is at 4 p.m. It's currently 1:38 in the afternoon. Not that I woke up late per se, but I woke up and then I watched a show called Blue Therapy. Fake as hell, but entertaining nevertheless. I'm currently just looking at my window ledge. Let me show you guys my plants. So I have shown you my plant before, but this is Jazara right here. She's looking a little bit somehow. I can't quite figure out what's going on with her. Quite a few of her leaves have been, you know, discoloring lately, and I've had to like remove quite a few, especially some at the bottom as well. Then we've got my babes Tafari, which is right here. He's grown quite big. And then right here we've got Nyla and Zeke. And as you can kind of see, they're quite dry. So in fact, I'm just gonna water them. So like, yeah, everybody does like things differently, but what I like to do is I like to just get some tissue, and I've already just wet it, and I just like to gently clean my plant. And then yeah, you know what, people are fancy and they have like watering cans and shit. I don't. So this is basically what I do. I use water from a bottle because the water that comes straight out of my tap really is not it, and I learnt the very hard way that my plants don't appreciate the tap water in my area. So this is what I do. And it's funny because as I'm pouring water into them, I'm also taking a sip of the water too, making sure that my plants are hydrated and I'm keeping hydrated. It's important. And then because they're quite like tropical plants, I then like to just lightly mist and then just place them where they're meant to be on my ledge. I actually need to clean my lens now. Okay, so I'm about to do the same with Tafari. Just kind of gently clean his leaves. I think on average I do need to do better when it comes to cleaning my plant's leaves. I'm not gonna lie and say it's something that I do every week, although you know what, in hindsight I should actually get into the habit of doing it every week. I'd say honestly on average I probably do like once every 2 weeks, which I know is bad, but sometimes life gets in the way. You know what, Tafari used to give me like so many problems when I first got him. You know, I was reading various articles and a lot of articles were like, don't put him in direct sunlight. So I didn't put him in direct sunlight, but I was putting him in a place where, you know, sunlight would still naturally get to him. However, he wasn't happy with that. So long story cut short, in the end I kind of just went against what I was reading and then just decided to just place him on my window ledge, which is in direct sunlight. However, this is the UK. Real sunshine is an absolute rarity. Since placing him on my ledge, he's been thriving. And anytime there has been, like, for example, oh gosh, there's a lot of dust coming out. Anytime when, for example, there has been like some, you know, random heat wave, it's like a case of crossing that bridge when we get to there, basically. And again, just like I did with the other plants, gonna just give a little bit of a spritz. Now we got Miss Jazara over here. I've seen that she's got like quite a few kind of like white patches all over her lately. Hopefully my camera is capturing it slightly, but I guess it's just one of those things. For me, I'm also concerned about like why has she been discoloring a lot lately? If anybody has, you know, a plant that's similar to what I'm showing you, so I believe it's called a trade scantia. I don't know like what kind of breed or whatever it is, but let me just see if I can just bring you guys, see you guys in. But this has been happening a lot lately. Let me just get that out of the way. Like, do you guys see? It's literally like an expired leaf, and can you see that it's a little bit like furry towards the center? I keep like pulling it out when I notice, you know, random leaves within her behaving that way, but it's a bit frustrating because if I keep on having to pull out all the leaves, it's gonna get to a point where there's not going to be any leaves left. I'm gonna have to pull that out. But it's like, because if I leave it, it's like, look at that, it's just like dead. I feel like since I repotted her, like I repotted her maybe about 2 months or so ago, I don't know if she's happy in what I've repotted it in. This pot as well is hella fucking useless. I bought this from Walco, and as you can see, like, it's mashed up, it's really thin, so I don't know. Look, and there's like more dead leaves. I don't know if maybe I just need to repot her in a better pot soon. Cleaning her leaves for me I find very hard because she has a lot of leaves, so chances are I'm probably not able to clean every single leaf. Watering Jazara is really hard. You literally have to get in to there to water. I always find her to be a difficult plant to do so, and it tends to get quite messy. So I'll be honest, today I don't feel bothered, I can't lie. However, in my last vlog, for those of you that have watched it, if you haven't, be sure to watch it after this vlog. I was talking about how I had been in a funk for a couple of days and I was starting to feel better and all of that. Today I woke up and I was kind of like, do I really want to be productive? I can just kind of chill out. Like, outside is horrible right now, so it's like if you feel meh and outside is also meh, then you feel extra meh. I am trying to, you know, stay upbeat and all of that, be positive thinking and all of that, but it can be very hard when there's a lot, you know, kind of going on when you're trying to be positive. So some of you may or may not know, I have spoken about this before, but my probation at work didn't get extended. This happened in March, and after that I was just very much over being let go of work all the time. Very fed up of always being a number in places. Obviously we've had to deal with this whole pandemic for the past year, also in fact more than a year, and in less than a year I was let go of one role last year, got the role that I was recently let go of, and then it was like they don't want to keep me on after probation. So I'm very sick and tired of always being the person that is let go at work, even though I put a lot of effort into what I do. Granted, I can't lie, the last role that I did, I really friggin' hated it. Like, I absolutely fucking hated that role. It was just so detrimental for my mental health. I really hated it. I hated waking up every morning and having to do that job because it was very tiresome. It was a call center role, talking to customers back to back. You get penalized if you take too many personal breaks. You're not treated like a human being, you're treated like a number. And even when you go out of your way to do the most, to, you know, work the role to the best of your ability and go the extra mile to make customers happy, it's just like managers, supervisors especially, like my supervisor turned out to be an absolute snake. Like, she snaked me so differently. Maybe I'll do a story time in regards to that one day, but I'm not gonna do that for this vlog. You know, when you're unhappy and when you're depressed, it shows up in so many ways, because I had put on weight during the first lockdown. Like, I'd gone up by a whole dress size. So I've always kind of normally been like a size 10, 12. And then lockdown came and I went straight up to a 14. And I was very happy, you know. I embraced the curves and stuff for a while. But it wasn't until after a while that I realized that I was depressed. Because what had happened was, yes, I may have felt like sexier because I had gained the extra curves and all of that, but I worked out that I'd been comfort eating a lot, you know, because I was so unhappy with various things. And this is even before the last role, but in general I was just unhappy with life. The fact that I've been working in roles for a very long time that don't make me happy, and it was like I had found comfort in eating, you know, like regularly eating crap like crisps, cakes, regularly ordering takeaway when there's lots of healthy food at home. And I basically put up a dress size, which I was happy with at the time, but in hindsight I hadn't put on that weight in a healthy way. And not only that, but living in a black household as well, I don't know if you can relate to it or not, maybe you're not black and you're watching this, but having families like, you know, talk about how big you are and you're fat and you need to go on diets and yada yada, in turn has actually made me now have a very unhealthy relationship with food. Now at the moment I've like lost a lot of belly weight, which I had kind of put on a lot of belly weight before. I remember December times when I had got in from work before, like working from home before I got let go of work. And you know, my pops kind of, I came into the house, greeted my dad was like, oh, you know, when you have time, like sit down, I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay, let's sit down and talk. And he was like, you're getting fat, you know, you need to think about going on a diet. So basically since then I've kind of been, and you know, like family will make little digs and mask it off as jokes and all of that, but it makes you feel some type of way. I've gone from kind of having like the solid breakfast, lunch, dinner, which, you know what, in hindsight, you know, that's questionable. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, do we need to actually really have 3 meals a day if we're not hungry? But that's a whole different story for another day. To nowadays I find myself maybe having like 1 solid meal a day, and then maybe just kind of like having like really light snacks during the day. And I don't know if that's healthy or not. Maybe like February times I had a bit of a health scare. Long story cut short, I was just feeling tired all the time. My periods had become very irregular, and when I went to go and get tested, I also went to go and get weighed. And when I got weighed, the woman was basically like, something to do with my body fat was on the close of becoming high risk for, you know, diabetes. And all of that has just kind of made me feel some type of way in regards to my relationship with food. So I say all of that just to say, let me show you guys my current fridge. Like, so even though I live at home with family, this is my personal fridge because I'm a pescatarian, but I'm also like a part-time plant-based babe. So, you know, it's quite healthy things. You got like salmon, like blueberries, all of that. Greens, which, you know what, I need to figure out what I'm even gonna make with this. fruits down there, and then like to the side you've got like various things like organic eggs, sea moss. Speaking of food, I actually haven't ate today, so time for me to make some breakfast. Really had to put my camera in like a really awkward position in order to just get the angles right. I think this is the thing about vlogging, isn't it? It's crazy. But my oats are cold now because I've been faffing about for so long. This is actually the first time that I put peanut butter in my oats, and really sucks. I hate it when oats go cold because then it gets really stodgy, and I absolutely hate stodgy oats. I think the main thing for me today is just getting my nails done. Life's a bit weird. Now that I'm not doing a 9 to 5 at the moment, it's strange because everything is literally like on my terms, which, you know, is great and all. At the same time, there's always pros and cons to everything, isn't there? So a parcel came through whilst I was having my breakfast, and as expected, I know that it's basically my iron and magnesium that I've ordered. So literally this is how it looks like. It's from Floridax. Before anybody asks, no, this is not sponsored. I've just found that this brand, Floridax liquid iron and vitamin formula and liquid magnesium, I've been using it, I think maybe it's been about a month now, and I just find it to be the most effective. Because some of you may or may not know, but most times when you have liquid versions of certain things, it hits your bloodstream quicker, and obviously it ends up being more effective. Stop allowing what people say about you to affect you and to prevent you from being great. So I saw this tweet today and it reads, someone you met 2 weeks ago can have better intentions than someone you met 2 years ago. Don't let time fool you. So the time is now 3:40 and I'm about to leave my house to go to my nail appointment. However, it is windy and rainy outside, so I'm going to leave my camera at home, so I'll continue filming the rest of this vlog with my iPhone. Just thought I'd give you guys a heads up in case the quality deteriorates. So at the moment the weather's not too bad. It's drizzling, but I don't even know where to look on this phone. But it's not too cold. It's hella windy and it's just miserable. Like you can see, it's just pure miserable flipping vibes. Luckily my nail shop isn't that far. It's literally about a 10-15 minute walk. You know what, because I was rushing around, I just realized I forgot my mask exemption badge. So I now need to walk home to go and get it, which is gonna probably make me late by about 5 minutes or so, but it is what it is at this point. This is actually so long, and the weather It's just giving me the sniffles because it's so cold. And I hate sniffling because then people look at you like you've got corona and it's just all flipping long. No, I forgot my badge. Yeah, man. Got my badge. Now we're good to go. Oh, I'm even hoping that you lot will be able to hear me because this wind is actually mad. So in hindsight, it's actually good that I'm not filming this with my actual camera because I don't even have a mic for that. So it would be an absolute myth. But whew, what's the time? Okay, so it's 3:50. Am I gonna make it on time? Probably not. So I'm not even gonna try and power walk it and make myself out of breath because it's not even worth it. Whew, bless me. But yeah, you know what? I think vlogging with this phone somehow makes me feel more comfortable than when I've normally got like a massive kind of camera in my face. I think the thing is I want to get comfortable just being able to vlog regardless of like people watching me and all of that shit. Seeing as you're being ever so kind and accompanying me on my journey to the nail shop, I figured I might as well just use this opportunity to kind of talk to y'all about how I'm feeling today. I can't lie, today I don't feel the best. I feel a little bit sad and I'm not quite sure why that is, but I've just kind of been thinking about a variety of things, like what I want to do in life amongst other things. And I guess sometimes nowadays I kind of think to myself, wow, I'm in my early 30s and I never thought that the day would come where I'd be unsure about which direction in life I'm trying to go. One thing that I know for sure is I don't want to be working in roles that affects my mental health and don't make me happy just for the sake of money. At the same time, there's also the whole issue of you need money for a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to do this year beyond. You obviously need money. So it's kind of gauging basically where I want to go, which direction I want to go in life. And I live in an expensive city. I live in London. So there's a lot to think about. So I'm back. You guys might be able to hear noise in the background. My brother's hoovering the house. I actually wanted to end this vlog outside, but when I tell you the weather is so bad, like the rain is on steroids, the wind was just blowing me from left to right, so I couldn't even end it. So many things happened at the nail shop, but firstly let me show you guys my nails. Hold on. So this is how my nails look like. Y'all know me, I love bright colors regardless of like how I'm feeling or what outside is saying. So it's like bright yellow. I love bright colors and it always complements the skin tone. But yeah, I mean, now that I'm home now and I'm in the warmth, I feel so much better. I feel much happier. Nail shop was hella hilarious because I was thinking, yeah, I'm running late, but nah. When I got there, I even waited for about 10 minutes before I was seen to. I'm a little bit anxious about these nails, I can't lie, because it's not my usual woman that did it for me. It was a guy, and the way that he did the dip dye was much different to how my usual lady does it. And when my usual lady does it, it lasts about 4 to 5 weeks. When I went to the nail shop, oh my gosh, there was this Nigerian elder lady and she was getting, well, she was meant to be getting her feet and her hands done. When I got there, she was already like arguing with one of the workers about the color. She said she didn't like the color. So imagine, this was when I got there. She said she didn't like the color. So the lady that was doing her nails removed the color, you know, went through all the colors with her, asked her several times, is she sure that she wants to go for this new color? She said yes. The woman done her toes again, the color that this customer had requested. She said nah, she doesn't like the color. And apparently the joke is when I was talking to the lady that works there, when my nails was finished, she was like, listen, this has been going on from way before you entered the shop. I had already done her nails. She'd got me to change it. This is like the 3rd time now. And so I ended up talking to the customer and I was like, what is going on? And she was like, oh, you know, she doesn't like the color's too dark. And so me and the other lady that's with the customer, who's apparently her sister, were like, okay, so, you know, what kind of style are you going for? And this lady's like, you know what, I actually don't know. Listen, I left them to it, boy, because I was like, bruh, I said to the lady that works, I said, clearly you're gonna be here all friggin' evening. But anyway, guys, I'm going to round this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you're finding this new thing of me doing vlogs. Until my next video, mwah, take care, be good.